The numbers smashed previous records for production and deliveries, crushing estimates. But the stock is down despite the earnings beat. Well, this is Wall Street. Hi, my name is Joseph Oksano and welcome to my YouTube channel, where we review the mechanics of how markets work to help you win this game of Wall Street. And in this video, we'll focus on Wall Street's reaction to Tesla's Q1 earnings. Let's face it was a solid quarter. The numbers were good, but it didn't matter. The stock is down post-earnings, and everyone is telling you different reasons why the stock is down, so let's cut through the noise. Tesla stock is trading lower because going into Q1 earnings, Wall Street had extremely high expectations, particularly after the publication of those delivery statistics earlier this month. Wall Street wants you to believe that an earnings beat will mean that the stock would gap up and trade higher. Often markets do trade that way, as it logically should, but markets do not move based on logic alone, especially in the short term. Rather, it's the result of demand and supply interaction between market participants who are driven by greed and fear and thus easily manipulated. Going into Q1 earnings, there are a lot of people positioned long in Tesla stock and options, and the powers behind Wall Street decided there's more money to be made if Tesla traded lower, and so there are more sellers than buyers. Period. That's why Tesla is lower today, and any other reason is immaterial. What is important now for investors is identifying key support levels to buy on this drop, because after Wall Street does what Wall Street have always done, there will be money to be made on the upside once demand-supply dynamics change. Let me share with you what goes on in the mind of a day trader to give you an idea for how day trading is like. During the pre-market session before the markets opened for trading today, Tesla was trading at around 720. While it's down from yesterday's close, it was still above important structure highs and above the moving average I was looking at near the open. So in my mind, we could yet trade higher from here, as pre-market price action typically does not give a good indication for actual price discovery. I've also identified a triangle pattern that was developing to help me better read price action. Knowing how Wall Street works, my bias going into today's trading was for us to break the triangle to the downside and trade lower towards important higher time frame support nodes, like this Fibonacci zone, which had already supported the market twice during the past few months. And as indicated in a report I did earlier, I would love to see Tesla retest its 200 moving average near 557.75. Whether we can trade there remains to be seen, and I've also calculated intraday Fibonacci support nodes that may come into play. Seeing how price interact with these nodes intraday will give me a clue on where this sell-off in Tesla could eventually take us to. I will not hesitate to go long Tesla options if we get a strong reversal from here and trade back above the triangle. Day trading is a very dynamic process that takes into account new developing information all the time as we look across multiple timeframe charts for clues to gain an edge over the market. While I do not know where this sell-off will end, what I do know is I want to be long and I'm waiting on the best price to do so. The name of the trading game is to win by controlling risk as you look for trade opportunities with asymmetric risk-reward dynamics. To achieve this, we use specific tools to identify important technical levels ahead of time, and as you can see, they have predicted how prices move in the past and will likely continue to do so into the future. To learn how these technical levels are calculated and why they work, you can check out my free online mini course where you will learn the mechanics of how Wall Street works. Now that you know how we expect Tesla to trade and the reasons why, in the next video, we think it will be interesting to look at how Tesla eventually trades from here. So stay tuned.